hard to tell. I excel, then prevail. The mic is contacted, I attract clientele. My mic check is life or death, breathing a sniper's breath. I exhale the yellow smoke of Buddha through righteous steps, deep like the shining, sparkle like a diamond. Sneaker Uzi on the island, and my army jacket lining hit the earth like a comet invasion. Not just like the Afro-Centric Asian, half man, half amazing. Cause in my physical, I can't express through song. Delete stress like no trend, then extend strong. I drink my wet with Medusa, give us shotguns and hell. From the split that I lived in hell, it ain't hard to tell. In your trunk, turn the bass up. Not stories by Aesop. Place your loot up, parties I shoot up. Knives I analyze, drop a jewel. Inhale from the L, school of full well. You feel it like Braille, it ain't hard to tell. I kick a skill like Shaquille holds a pill. Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Plasmatic, I freak beat, slam it like Iron Sheik. Jam like a tech with correct techniques. So analyze me, surprise me, but can't magnetize me. Scanning while you're planning ways to sabotage me. I leave them froze like heroin in your nose. Knives I rock well, it ain't hard to tell. This rhythmatic explosion is what your frame of mind is chosen. I leave your brain stimulated. Niggas is frozen. Speak with criminal slang. Begin like a violin. End like Leviathan is deep. Well, let me try again. Wisdom be leaking out my grapefruit truth. I dominate break loose. Giving Mike's ministry cycle. Streets disciple. I rock beats that's mega trifle. And groovy but smoother than moves by Villanova. You're still a soldier. I'm like Sly Stone and Cobra. Packing like a Rasta in the weed spot. Vocals are squeeze Glocks. Some CZs drop. Though they need not to sneak. My poetry's deep. I never fell. Nas's rap should be locked in a cell. It ain't hard to tell.
I'm saying that's what this is all about, right? Clothes, bank rolls, and hoes, you know what I'm saying? Yo, then what, man? What? Let's go. Visualizing the realness of my life in actuality. Focus the baddest approach to status depends on salary. And my mentality is money orientated. I'm destined to live the dream for all my people who never made it this year. We all beginners in the hood as 5%, but something must have got in us, cause all of us understand it. Got some resting in peace, some are sitting and quitting. Others such as myself were trying to carry out tradition. Keeping this rough of us, the street ghetto essence inside us. Cause it provides us the proper insight to guide us. Even though we know somehow we all gotta go, but as long as we leave it, leaving, we'll be leaving with some kind of dope. So into that day we aspire and turn the papers. Me and my capers, a piece of weird stacking plenty papers. Keeping it real, back and still getting high. Cause life's a bitch until you die. Life's a bitch until you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch until you die. That's why we talk live, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch until you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch until you die. That's why we talk live.
You can't take it lower or louder. Rather.
Yeah. Hey, look.
This
This is gonna be the best podcast.
It's a live stream, right?
Rory ain't.
Oh,
Tyler, I saw you.
shut him off.
Oh, Kobe don't. Oh shit! No, wait. No.
Yeah, don't Kobe the camera and thing.
Kobe, mama, tell me.
All right, mic check.
Yeah, I can hear me.
Cool.
I want to hear Tyler.
I can shut him on every time,
You
anytime.
guys want to hear me?
What? I feel loud.
Loud.
Yeah, Tyler, can you watch the YouTube one? Stop putting the damn headphones near the mic.
Well, stop putting the fucking headphones on the
Near
mic.
the mic.
Shit.
All right.
All right, y'all. Hey, so if you guys are watching, for when you do watch, welcome to the podcast.
Hold on. Idiot.
Hi,
There's no SD
everybody.
card in there right now, though.
Get the thing. Get my get the sleeve thing. Pressing this button.
Okay.
It's like
We got one. No. It's over there, man.
This is gonna be us kind of
There you
fun. All right.
All right, Tyler.
I can talk.
Yeah.
Hi everybody.
This is Tyler's thing.
It's I'm not even gonna say it's your boy because honestly that shit's so
Everybody else
dried
is
out.
saying that.
Que lo que loco.
Turn it
Yo
down a
soy
little bit.
Tyler the Cremator, aka B-Boy Calamar. I'm not going by B-Boy Ironic anymore because
He announces that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Not even that. It's like this is the fourth time.
I don't care.
It's not in here.
I'm gonna keep
What's
changing
Catchy's
until
name?
I find the
I know I had it over there, but
I know where it's at. It's in that tall one with all the adapters.
Damn.
yeah, I got.
The tall one. He can grab it.
I'm putting it on
I don't know.
Put it out.
There you go. Yeah. Grab the tall one over there real quick.
There we go. There we go.
So, I don't know. It's not like we have like an agenda. We're just going to talk for like 15. Nope.
talk some
Right.
shit.
Literally down. Put your left. Clear. Yes.
Yeah, walking through everything.
It's a taller box than the other ones.
but-
I give him that.
So today,
But yeah, I don't know. I have a bunch of equipment I want to make use out of. So here we are making use out of all this crap.
and we had a conversation earlier about.
Hey, put that on your screen, dog.
You're shut up.
Put that
Oh,
on your
she bad. You didn't
screen,
see
dog.
We're not even
Put that on
talking.
your
Wait, I have a security
screen.
screen. How can you even see
Cause
myself?
I got the 2020 vision. I read manga and I read
Yeah,
the
you-
subtitles in anime. I got the Sharingan for real.
Really
My dog.
do have some like amazing
I
eyes.
have
Yeah,
amazing
like,
eyes.
nobody,
My
like, look, I
eyes
can't
are
even read
beautiful.
How full of shit you are, though.
Yeah.
Shit.
Big shit.
And 100,000 on her. She knows she game. Yeah, a whole lot of.
All right. What were we talking about earlier though? 'Cause it kinda,
So what we're going to be talking about
pressing the
is there's a couple of questions that we wanted to answer. That we wanted answered. And the biggest question is, what keeps artists or influencers or rappers or just songwriters, what keeps them from lasting long enough in the industry? Everybody has like an X amount of time that they want to be relevant at. They want their name known. They want to be a household name for a while. Attention brings money.
The big question was the main question was why don't they?
But why don't
don't
they
their
last?
songs travel as long
Why
as
don't
they
yeah.
as they used
Yeah,
to?
yeah,
Like people used to be on top 100 for the whole year.
I
Like,
honestly
number one
think
for the whole year. top five
I
for the whole
honestly
year.
think that it was just because it's a lack of creativity. And the reason why I say that is because like
Okay.
you have
that's
a
your
few
point.
different artists who like let's
'Cause I
say
don't agree.
well,
Yeah, I
you know
don't
what I'm
agree.
saying? And it's okay not to agree. But
I
like
do.
the reason why I say
A
that
lot
is
of
because like you got rappers like you got song artists like Baby Keem, right? He dropped Orange Soda. Bitch, sit on my face, I attack that. Yeah, shoes up, Lil
Yeah,
Jon, I'm
yeah,
finna pack. And that song was like, it still is about, honestly, it still is about. But that's what he was known for. Then, fast forward, he drops an album, and not a lot of people even know who the fuck he is. They're like, who the fuck is this? Like, oh, it's Kendrick Lamar.
I don't know. But I know that song.
Yeah, but you know the song. But how
I
would you know the
so-
song if it wasn't for Kendrick? Type.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You don't even
exactly.
listen to Keem. So
Not yet.
that's what
That's
not yet.
Kendrick
That's why
Lamar.
I say that I think it's just I think it's a creativity
yeah, yeah,
issue.
yeah,
It could be something. It could be other stuff. But honestly, for me, I think it's mainly just a creativity issue. Because as soon as somebody hears something that's dope and it works, everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon and start
Okay.
like, oh, I want to make sound like that. You know.
Okay.
I
think-
that's why.
I think there's a lot of content being put out and people just consume and then get rid of it, take another one. And then also there's no gatekeepers in the way to
Yeah.
me from keeping these songs going around all year, whatever. Or like, like back in the day you could tell a radio station, like, I'm not coming on the radio station if you play that guy's music or whatever.
Right.
And they had to check and choose, if you wanted them on.
Fast forward, now they're playing 6ix9ine. You know?
Yeah, or like, or you just there's other ways to get the music.
So yours is creativity. Yours is like gatekeepers.
No more gatekeepers, really.
I
Seems
think
like we're less
mine-
gatekeepers.
Because I'm doing stuff. I'm my biggest thing is that you have access to everything, like
An
immediately.
abundance of content.
Like you don't have to.
Just wait.
I'm back. I was gonna charge my phone so I can look at
There's a
this
charger
phone.
right there. Turn it down.
Oh, shit, it's kinda
Like
long.
that long ass one, it'll reach to over here to you.
Okay. I just want. Hold on, I'm about to look at the
You
shit
do.
real fast.
Just make sure things are working. Pull it all the way.
Mute it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I mine is accessibility. I feel like because you have access to like everything. Like if you open Spotify and you got $10 a month, like I feel like somebody else said that too, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that I said it first or whatever.
Or even SoundCloud too.
SoundCloud,
Yeah,
everything.
SoundCloud. Shout out
Well,
Chance.
no, that's the whole other thing. Of
People are
course.
going viral faster too.
Yeah,
Really
it's accessibility. So you have YouTube, you have Spotify, you have iTunes, you have Tidal, and you have access to artists, their whole catalog, and then you have like as soon as somebody drops something, you have immediate access to it. And when people drop everything, if artists always tend to like drop around each other, like like even like Drake and Kanye, like
Yeah.
that was all created. I don't think it was them like any sort of they literally were behind the scenes laughing as they were like, haha, people are downloading everything. Like this is like look at how hot we made it by talking shit to each other type thing.
Yeah.
But publicity is good publicity.
So yeah,
easy even.
So it was just publicity game, but accessibility, because you can listen to it and be like, cool, and then immediately go to the next one, and immediately go to the next one, next one. It's as easy as scrolling through your timeline, and you start finding all this new stuff, so you don't have to sit there and digest it. And my point was earlier was there was a like DJs played a role in getting you music, right?
Yeah.
So DJs actually giving you the music. Like you had to rely on DJs for breaking stuff, because good DJs were playing music at the bars,
at the jams, at the
jams,
after
things. You got music through, like that's how you got introduced to music again, through like gatekeepers. Now you don't have to deal with those, which is cool, but also
got, like, United Masters on your phone you can download and just say like, all right,
you have access to everything. And then the cool thing is you really get to like, I don't know, that's what I was saying about like singles. I'll get into that. It's like there's no point to singles because they're not trying to get radio play anymore. It's just streams. So it's, I guess, the singles still make sense, but like not in the fact of like getting put on the radio, but as long as you're getting streamed. And then it's so easier to find niche markets.
Yeah.
Because those people are able to find their niche market, they're able to get more of their music out, because they found, instead of it only hitting like 10 of those kids or 10 of those younger dudes, like people to find it, they end up finding like
the stupid flies.
Kill this motherfucker. I swear to God,
one
bro.
fly.
We're trying to say
there's just one fucking fly,
it's
bro.
tiny.
But so you end up what is it? What was I saying? But so you end up like finding that niche knows to find you and stuff like that. Like this.
That's the other point.
There's this girl. She's a MC. We'll call, I guess, I don't know, her big clit. But because there's so many people who fuck with this, like, wild, she's hitting
MC big clip, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, she wild as fuck. Like, I love it. I love it because, like,
I'll give her a shot.
It's like wild, like, she's off the hinges, bro. Like, I'll show you some stuff later. But like,
is she like Rico Nasty off the hinges, or is she like on some like just other shit, like fucking like Lucid if he was a girl, for real?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yes. Lucid. If Lucid, don't say it either. If Lucid was a girl, this is who he would be. Remember we were telling you about homie? And shit and everything, and saying like off the wall shit. That's him. And or that's her, but so she's got such a niche market, but because of accessibility, more people are able to get to her that would be more into it, that wouldn't otherwise be able to get into it.
Hey, MC Clit, I'm a fan. Bro.
That's the big thing is
it's big clip.
Back in the day, really songs only. You had, like you said, you had to rely on the DJ and the radio, and then they played music.
Anita.
You know what I'm saying?
You win. Hi.
But
hi.
Hey.
Oh god. Yeah, nobody wants to see Tyler.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Tyler.
It's all right.
Ooh, what's that? I like your dress, Anita. That's cute. Hey, you're good. You could grab your stuff and everything. It's not like we like, oh my god, this is going
come say hi
live. Look,
come say hi.
You gotta say hi over there. There you go.
You gotta look at the camera though.
Come to this side.
Come over here.
This way, Anita. And then I think I have.
This is
Do you need any help with anything?
Hey y'all, this is Anita No Baker for real. You know what I'm saying? This is my friend Esmeralda. I found her at the border. She doesn't speak any English.
Oh my god!
But we're named. Hold on, Guadalupe. We're going to go get her tacos later.
I need some Victoria art teacher. One of the
art teachers.
Which mic is mine? I feel like I'm really loud.
You're one.
All right, turn me down a little bit. And then which one's my thing?
You're number one.
I can't see any of the numbers on this.
Yeah.
Good.
Good, Anita.
Damn, yeah. I think
I do have.
Oh, that's the main one.
Let me know if you need it.
What?
Okay.
No, these
I got
are your
pretzels.
headphones that you can hear out of. So If you want,
Did you
I
get
can
all those
like
chips?
crank your shit all the way up there. You know what I mean?
Click
Yeah.
on the
Good.
flick.
Did you
Can
get all those chips?
connect me
No,
to
they're
the
there.
Bluetooth.
Anita, you want some chips?
Look, technology.
Starve.
See, this is what
To
I
the
get to
Bluetooth?
play. Like, bro, I get to play this on here. But
What?
yeah, so
This thing's tight,
like,
but I have to turn it up if you want.
Yeah,
Hey, yo, we got
Let
a
me-
new
let me
toy
get
too.
to
It's the
it.
Roadmaster.
Tell me what it's playing on.
Class A
I'll let you
servo base.
This thing's lit. Well, we need to get these things
You want
going.
some chips?
no, don't touch those.
Where those chips at? Ice cream?
No, there's chips and then there's we ate them
Here.
all. There's
Here.
pretzels, Tyler. Get us some pretzels.
You want some pretzels?
Just because you don't.
Give her the video games.
Oh, here we go. Broadcast.
Yo, this ain't even my daughter, but if I had a daughter for real, bro, I still wouldn't feed her.
She said,
That's funny.
let me see if this works. But anyway, so yeah, accessibility. Since you can get to everything.
Yeah,
That should be playing. Let me see. Hold on, let me
What's
see.
going on? What's going on? Can't hear myself.
Can you hear
What's up?
Hey,
There we go.
right? You hear the music, right?
Yeah,
I hear
yeah.
the music. This is all about technology.
Yeah, this is our first time actually doing that. We're learning all that. We've been fucking studying so hard.
Wow, that
Let's
is
start doing
loud.
my intros like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which one, the
Yeah,
Rockstar music?
Look at.
That's what this thing is for, though.
You hear
I
it?
guess I should use the technology for it.
Ain't
Yeah.
that wild? So it's going to that. If I'm not mistaken, it should be going to the live stream. Check.
Yeah, if it's connected to this, it should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, they can
all right,
hear all this.
accessibility. All right, so let's listen to some
That's
big
hard.
clip. Let me find it.
Big clip, baby. You know what I'm saying? Luscious lips, all that.
Turn
you know what I'm saying?
us
Ready to
down
do-
a little bit more.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, you guys. So just to take the moment while he's getting everything ready. If you guys are watching this, either live or
Dog,
just
her
via for
face.
like
I'm sorry. Go
you know
ahead.
word of mouth, make sure you guys give this. We're streaming on YouTube, by the way. So if you're watching this on
YouTube,
YouTube, make sure y'all
Twitch.
like, comment. Comment some artists below who you think followed an actual blueprint.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll talk about
So
that.
we can talk about that in a
Yeah,
minute
yeah,
too. But if you guys are watching this on YouTube, just
Yeah.
comment below. What kind of artists, like, you know what I'm saying, guy, girl, whatever, like what kind of musical artists you
I don't
think
know how
actually
to-
followed an actual blueprint?
All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We about to go up
We'll
for
do
real,
all
you know what I'm
that.
saying? A whole lot of
Look,
gang.
All right.
Oh, I know her. Oh,
Yeah.
bro, fucking TikTok, bro.
Turn him down. He's loud.
Oh my god, bro.
Like, since he's there,
You know
but
what?
It's not
You
a
know
problem,
what?
but it's just turn you down. 'Cause
No disrespect to Big Clit, but honestly, I feel like every female that
Yeah,
either
man.
made a video to her song uses red flag emojis now.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, no disrespect to you, but yeah,
Yeah,
fuck all that.
This is dope. Like,
She heard him.
wait for it.
Nigga, please. I wanna see you get down on your knees. I know
Right?
you wanna come and plant a seed.
This is dope. And then she get on her wild shit.
And never get my trust. They see that I'm up and I got their hands cut. No.
Okay.
You are not my gang. You just wanna be like me, but we are not the same. Just wanna hang, I leave her.
Yeah, anyway.
Sorry,
What do you want, Edwin?
What do you want? Everyone wants to stream it.
Yo.
You
Anyway,
gonna stand
so-
there?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Can you help Victoria if she needs anything?
She's in the bathroom right now.
She's in the bathroom, but like when she needs all her stuff set up and stuff like that. Anyway, so like this is a hella niche ass like artist, right? Big
Yeah.
Clit, like she's wild. It's not some like chatterbait. I don't know how to explain her. Like
She said chatterbait. I hate life right now.
provocative rap sense. Of course, she's from New York.
I don't hear myself. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I can hear myself right now. Ooh.
Big Clit explores the sexual fluidity and exploration of dominance as a woman and a rapper. There's also
Okay.
a punky anger. Yeah, which I said. She's kind of punk. I like it. Darkness runs through her music. She raps about dysfunctional family issues, bisexuality, social and self-acceptance, and being the self-proclaimed queen of hell, the fader.
So she a real nigga.
No fucks given attitude,
Cool.
raunchy,
Fuck with
rage-filled flows,
Fuck
coming
with it.
from nothing. She
Yeah,
fought tooth
yeah,
and
yeah.
nail together, which is dope. All
Which is cool. I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
So she does that and everything. So that's
Why you lying on your dick?
Yeah, that hurt. And then,
Oh shit.
get okay. But anyway, so because of somebody like her, right?
Bro, I'm
I think-
losing followers on TikTok and then I'm gaining followers on TikTok. What is life right now?
Does that make you any money?
Right.
Have you seen any money?
It
from
could
that?
be.
No, coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Could.
Don't mean shit.
If I
Take
get
could to the
10K,
bank.
let me get a. Hey,
Take
look,
could-
look,
hey,
look,
take could
look,
to the
look, look.
bank.
Hey, y'all,
Take-
this is
no,
my
no, no,
mentor
no,
right
no.
now.
Take could
He
to
don't
the
believe in
Yes,
me.
cut 'em off.
If you guys are watching this, help me get like 100K real
Yeah,
quick. You know what I'm saying?
Production
Just-
the engineer.
Tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your friends.
Oh, I
tell
got
mom,
myself
mom.
down. That's why.
You know what I'm saying? Follow
Oh,
me on
that's what he
TikTok. Tyler the Cremator. THA in the instead of THE. Tyler the
That always-
Cremator.
Anyway,
Follow
all
that
right.
TikTok
So
because he bugging
yeah.
on me right now.
You had too many
take
names.
could anyway. Take could to the bank. But
What's up,
so
Nate?
more about that.
Hi, mamas.
What's up?
What you need?
What's up? What's up?
Oh, get her the pretzels. That's what I promised.
Yeah, where your bag at? I just gave you some pretzels. I gave you some.
Did you give her the pretzels?
Yeah, where you put the bag at? Where you put the bag at, Anita?
My mom.
There you go.
Don't lie on her. She was in the toilet.
It wasn't in the
And then, do you need? And if you would like any water,
You want some?
we got tons of water. I'm
I
just
like
saying,
your shoes.
water is amazing.
Whoa,
They
what's-
protect you.
Don't
Watch what you're doing with that thing, Victoria. You got over here using your big butt to.
Go up to him.
God damn.
Can you get a? All right, there. Anyway, so the nonsense that is
Okay.
But no, actually,
music not lasting for nothing.
Oh, but yeah, what I was gonna say is, now that between all the streaming sites, like you said, the radio and the DJs, like we don't really rely on them as heavy because you can literally just go listen to whatever music you want to listen to. You don't have to sit there and be forced to listen to whatever's trending. You can just play exactly what you can play the same 10 songs all day, like I do. Like I listen to the same 10 songs.
Do you guys think that it could be like just choices too? And the reason why I say that is because like I remember like a few years ago when like Smoke Perp first came out.
Oh,
Smoke Perp.
Smoke Perp, bro, like he actually got bars. All right, like actually, like Smoke Perp actually had bars. When I heard a few songs he was rapping, he wasn't a rapper though, and that's why it was interesting to me because I'm like, damn, like he actually could spit. But
Yeah.
he's a producer. Like he made like hard ass beats. Like Smoke Perp was like Edwin, like in 2016. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you heard the beat that Edwin was making yesterday from
Yeah,
scratch. Like that's Smoke Perp though.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but now it's like I don't want to say he's not relevant, but it's just like I would much like to hear more of his stuff if he just put shit
Yeah.
out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I hear Lil Pump, and it's like it's Pump. You know what I'm saying?
You went
Like,
out of your way to listen to that, though.
and I went out of my way to listen to Lil Pump. Like real shit. Like
I did
no
not know
disrespect, but
Pump
it's just
dropped
like
an
what the hell?
album
Like ever since you
until-
dropped freaking D Rose, I feel like that was like yo best song.
Come this way.
yeah. Where are you going?
And what are you
Nah,
doing,
look,
Paper?
you blocked the Wi-Fi, bro.
Dog.
That wasn't me. That was you.
Oh, what do you need? Do what? For up front? There's some in the shelves up there. There is some in the shelves, like right by the window. There's a nice little.
Oh yeah, it's in the little tray. It's in the little locker.
Tyler, I think I just unplugged it. I kicked
It says you are live.
No, okay. No, we're good.
But yeah, so like
Yeah,
you
just-
know, you say you got somebody like that where it's just like they produce really really well, and then they seem to just I don't want to say fall off, but they just kind of just disappear on some shit, you know. So
These mics pick up nice. I could
They
actually
do.
be away from
Yeah,
them.
literally, that's what I like about it.
But okay, so
Just mumble too
my
fucking
thing
much.
is accessibility is why like an artist, like why a subject, why like an album, like again,
we talked about this morning.
CLB and Donda,
Donda.
right?
Yeah.
Is anybody listening to that? Did anybody even listen past like a month of that other Kanye project that dropped? The one it was like it was a couple years back actually.
Are you thinking
The religious one went hard.
Yeezus?
No, but after you,
The one with
the
the one with
it's like an EP, honestly. It wasn't even that long.
The one with the
I remember-
CD?
No. Was that was Yeezus? It was,
I hate being bipolar. It's awesome.
I think that might be it. No, Yay.
Yeah.
That was in 2018.
Yeah.
Jesus is King. Like I didn't hear it. Like I don't know. Like I just feel like stuff is like
Kanye is a very interesting
in
topic.
for a week and then
Yeah.
gone. And the
That's
reason I
another
talk
day.
about Kanye
Yeah.
is like that he's popular. There's not a person who doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
But it's like there for a couple weeks and then gone. It does not last. And that's like the top like creator. Like as far as like artist wise, like going out and putting things, right?
Well, I'd like to say, remember we talked a little bit about that, like twerk culture. That kind of lasts, like especially like in the club and on the radio.
I feel
Like we don't go
I
every
mean,
way to
we
listen
should.
to it that much, but like it's on the top 100 for a while.
Yeah.
Like Megan Thee Stallion and some of
Well, I
them.
mean, look at the situation that we're in right now too. Like, look at the situation we're in. Like, people would listen to like twerk and like party music now compared to like 20. I'm not even gonna say 2016 because 2016 was a great fucking year. I would say 2018, right?
Yeah.
We just got done with the quarantine. We just got done with the 2-year quarantine. Everybody who's stuck in the crib is like finally kind of going outside and kind of doing their thing.
Yeah.
The one thing people are going to want to do from being in the crib all year is get the fuck out the house and do some shit, you know? So you got, city girls, that's their bag. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got rages too. Like people are going to like festivals and shit just so they can sweat and get high. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got like the rage culture. You have like, and then you have the actual artists that we were talking about too. Or not even an actual artist, but like the actual like backpack artists that you were saying this morning, like the lyricists. Of just like you say, they drop a project and it's kind of like a 50-50. Like, is it going to have some actual like relevancy to what's going on? Are they just dropping just because the world knows their name and it's just like they know that people are going to listen to them just because they're such and such and that's they can run up the money that way type shit? Or you know what I'm saying?
That's how they stay busy. So it's like what, like, okay, Donda didn't like I don't hear anybody talking about it anymore. It was like the point of talking, social media, sharing, listen to this, comment, even like the big podcasts and stuff like that, like Charlemagne the God and stuff like that. They're platforms, and then it just dies out. I just felt like music lasted longer all the way up until social media, and not even like when I came up. Like that was a whole different
longer.
thing.
Like people paid more attention to music.
Like you had to sit there and digest it for longer.
Okay,
like I said, it's like you don't get an album, you don't get, and then once everything got digital, you don't get a physical copy.
Yeah.
So you're not opening up, you're not seeing linear credits, you're not seeing the more like, that stuff was crafty. Sometimes the CDs were clear, sometimes like the case was clear.
It was
and
all in the packaging.
Like when you took out the CD, there was art behind the CD. What was that? That was artists more doing things.
It was the original
like doing
cover.
more. There was, when you turn the back of it, there was the track listing, there was all the other credits and stuff like that. There was always more pictures that were associated with the project, right? So like if you go and then you opened up the book, sometimes there was lyrics. This is obviously
Or
before
posters.
posters were inside of that.
I still kind of think, and I could be wrong, but I still kind of think that artists still take the I still think that they take that serious in terms of just like the creativity, in terms of like their merch, because
merch existed then too.
Well, not even shirts, not even just shirts. I'm not even talking about like shirts or sweatpants. I'm talking about like you got J. Cole, right? He drops an album and not even counting the Dreamville backing that he has with Jid and you know what I'm saying, and Lute and everybody. Not even counting Dreamville. Let's just say it was just J. Cole. He just dropped something. His fan base is like, yo, we're about to run the numbers up, right? And he has like a basic cover art, but then you also got to take into account that he just dropped his shoe. But if y'all seen the shoe, like the shoe was cool, but the box goes crazy. I don't know if y'all seen the box.
But Jay-Z did the same thing with S. Carter's.
Yeah.
So like that existed. What doesn't exist? A physical hard copy. When's the last time you've held a CD?
Yeah.
An album art.
Skrillex.
And that was
What?
Skrillex.
I didn't know he ever had CDs.
Okay.
Last time I held an actual physical like CD that I actually like bought with my own money was years ago. Skrillex dropped Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, Springwells and
Spirits,
and Burner.
Scary Monsters, Nice
Planet
Spirits.
Rock near the liquor store. You know what I'm talking about? Where I used to be open. I went over there. I had just saved up enough money, and I was like, I'm about to buy my first album, and that just happened to be Skrillex.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Skrillex was actually part of. I'm about to play something from that band. But so talk like
I mean, but after that, that's when like I kind of just like I just took dubstep dancing and roll with it, and then fast forward breaking.
Yeah,
and got
actually
introduced to like
remember
actually digging through like albums and shit. Now I got motherfucking the Roots and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I got motherfucking.
It was dope.
This was the band Skrillex came from.
Oh, I didn't even know he was in a band.
It was like hella like.
It was really just a group. It wasn't even really a band.
No. From first to last, it was a band. Like
Really?
this is like hella like screamo emo stuff. You hear it? Emily, dude, this is like
I wonder what inspired him to start doing what he got into.
he just wanted to try something new.
Just
This
got
was
bored?
like this came out I think like my senior year of high school, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
Like that's when it was around, you know, like
I'm still trying to think about like what grade I was in.
it was
like,
2004.
You graduated in 2004?
Yeah.
I like pretty young.
So this is Skrillex. Skrillex is singing on this. Like
Can you hear it?
Yeah, you don't hear it?
I cannot hear it.
I don't know how loud it's going. Oh, you might need to turn your headphones up.
Year 2.
It should be up. No. That's gonna be his mic. This is gonna be his headphones. But listen to when he comes in.
You don't hear it at all?
I don't hear it at all.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. There it is.
You hear it now?
There it is.
Okay. That's weird that we could hear it, not him. I have to look into that.
But do you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear it.
So that.
Is he-
That's,
Oh,
in
your
the back?
headphones weren't plugged in all the way.
Oh. That ain't my fault. You the one facing it. Fuck y'all. Hey, look, man. I'm sick of y'all doing this shit, dog.
yeah.
Like,
nobody want to hear you, bro.
y'all keep
yeah,
fucking.
that's so. This is like emo screamo. Like that's who Skrillex comes from. But anyway,
Okay.
so a random little tidbit.
That's dope.
What is it?
They stay blaming me for shit, bro. He didn't
it's
charge
always
the
your
fucking.
fault.
You're the
didn't
youngest, so
he
it
didn't
has to be
charge
your
the
fault.
fucking
You're gonna
vacuum
get sunned
cleaner.
all day.
And then they were like, "Yeah, I thought Tyler did that." I wasn't even near the fucking
On the
couch. I
vacuum.
was on the toilet, dog.
And then it was like 2 days. It was like a good day of us not being able to vacuum because
Yeah, everybody's
then
mad
no
at
one
me
plugged
talking
it
about
in.
the fucking Tyler didn't do what we asked him to do. And I'm like, nigga,
Everybody-
I wasn't there.
I
Like,
sat there quiet, like, it was Tyler's fault.
whole ass.
I yelled at Tyler about it.
His
Tyler's
son
like, I don't
yelled at
know.
me about this
And
shit, bro.
then-
What the
Called the
then-
fucking idiots and everything, and I'm just sitting there
Yeah.
like,
And then Matt's like, oh, I was the one that plugged
I was
it
the
in.
one that plugged it in. Like,
Plugged in the
bitch
wrong
ass
thing,
nigga.
and then so nobody vacuumed. And then no one plugged it in after. That's what pissed me off.
Oh.
It's like no one
well,
was like,
you're the one
well,
that connected the battery. You just
Yeah,
put it in the
so
wall.
somebody plug it in.
Dude connects the battery like it was a fucking backpack, like an extension to
Yeah.
a gun. He was like, "Yeah, just put it right here."
Because it's
What
supposed
the
to
fuck does that
anyway.
even do?
So, all right. So, being able to digest, I felt like that was more of you got to understand like the artist at that point. Because then, let's say you get another CD, they come out with another album a
Yeah.
few years later, and then you had these two projects in your hand, and you were able to like be like, oh look, this one was when they were into like this phase, and this is when this
Yeah.
project was around versus this one. If you look at
It's amazing to see people's
AT
growth.
AT
for sure.
Aliens versus Aquemini. There's Andre 3000, or no, let's even go back with the first album, the first Spadio for, oh god, Jesus Christ.
Take your
I
time.
want to get the name right,
Love the
or
sound.
the year right. Hold on.
I'm gonna just
'Cause
type in this.
When you look at
Andre
Andre from one album to the Andre specifically, or Andre from specifically from one album to the next, that was AT Aliens came out 96. I mean, even like from Speaker Box, yeah, that I think that would be
Aquemini's came out in '98.
Aquemini.
Aquemini.
yeah. No, it's Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. I don't want to use that one. I think Aquemini. I'm gonna say AT Aliens to Speaker Box. If you hold those two albums next to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Andre 3000 was very much still tame as far as like his style. In fact, it was still wild at the time, but it wasn't nowhere near the Love Below.
Yeah.
The Love Below, he just went out there. That
I gotta do
because
more
that was
research,
because
I was born like in
that was
98.
because of Erica Badu. I really do. Erica, he got Badu.
He got my dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like
yeah,
even Hip Hop J, like he said, he bummed a square off of her. Or she bummed a square off of him.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
an event, and he went to hand her the square, and he was like, "Oh shit, I see why people go off the deep end."
Yeah.
Because
She has extremely
Common-
beautiful eyes.
Common put out that Electric Circus album that was ass. But anyway, so if you look at AT Aliens and you
It's
look
like
at that
7-year
album,
difference too.
no, 96 to 2003. Yeah, 7
7
years.
years,
Yeah, 7 years. So it's a long time, but just the artistic diversity between those two projects, and you're able to hold the albums. And then there was two. It was a Speaker Box Love Below was a double album, and then what do you call it? Was there Equipment or AT Aliens? Did I say? Yeah, AT Aliens. Yeah, it came out in 96 and 2003. So, but just the look at the difference between like the way that those albums were packaged, there was just so much, and you sat there with those albums for long.
Yeah.
Once you had access to, like, I have access to everything. This is one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 albums, like instantly.
Yeah.
Now I could either sit there and listen to those albums, or I could pick through and just keep going through and going to the next. It's so easy to be tempted to just, so you don't really sit there and digest music as hard. But that's what I was saying earlier about it is, like, you're able to have, so like you're able to stick with an album for a while. You didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
At least I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
Because of accessibility also talks into like affordability, right?
Yeah.
Your ability to afford more albums. Like when we hung out with the kids,
like my age group, like my age
yeah.
group
This is
too,
all the
so
way
it's
to like 20. I like streaming didn't get big until like what 2000.
I was pirating the fuck out of shit, bro. When I was
2012, 2010. When would you say streaming like got?
Your sophomore year of high school.
Like on some
2011,
2011.
Right?
I would say 2011.
Because you could take music with you. iPods definitely did a thing, iPods, not iPhones. Like being able to take music, but those apps didn't pop up till like 2012.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
But if you had a computer, if you had the link, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but we still, so you were able to get stuff from Kazaa, you were able to like
streaming
and stuff and download, and all those musics and stuff like that. But you still had to upload it to something. You still had to have another peripheral in order to get it and get it there. Like you either
like
had
an iPod or something,
or you had to have like your laptop hooked up and stuff. So like you had to have things. Now, those were things you might not have had. Like I know a lot of people that didn't have laptops in the 2000s because there was no reason for it.
Yeah,
now
so
everyone
basically,
does.
people who couldn't afford it had no choice but to listen to the radio and the same.
So you were stuck there. Accessibility, you hit a wall there too, right? Yeah. Now go back to when you had to actually purchase CDs before Napster, before LimeWire and stuff like that. You had to actually purchase albums. That was $12 to $15 a person or a pop, an album, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes there would be some $9.91s, and then if there the double, I paid $23 if I'm not mistaken for Life After Death because it was a damn double album, and I was like, this sucks.
I wonder if what's the money difference you think now? What do you think? Like, an artist that survived back then and it still survives today, and streaming wise, what do you think?
Like as far as
probably not isn't much.
In terms of what, like how much they would get paid if they were streaming the song versus like
how much they made in CD sales or how much they make in streaming sales?
Oh hell no, bro! Streaming sales is definitely
my boy Joe can touch base on that too. Joe, see if we wanted to, I could call Joe and he'd
literally throw it on there.
On there. But
that's hard.
Hold on. Outcast is still playing. All right. So see, I love that. Then I can just bring it in and out and switch music. I don't have to do this in post.
Yeah. And then if we have this thing's incredible.
Yeah. So what was I saying? So I think let's say 2002, you pick 2001. I bought Stillmatic. No, I didn't buy Stillmatic. I bought something else. I can't remember what I bought. I bought DMX album. I think it was it was a green one, but I bought that instead of Stillmatic. And my boy bought Stillmatic, so the only way we swapped music and stuff like that, I had to make copies, things like that, which was, it was a way to get around it. But still, again, then you had to have.
My cousin would flip CDs so much, like people selling dope, people selling CDs.
And the second that something was hot, I remember that summer when Get Rich or Die Trying dropped. I made so much money because we had access to somebody who had the printer, the CD printer thing, like the 10 slabs. He was a freestyle DJ, so freestyle music and stuff. And this was at Planet Rock. Mm-hmm. So he didn't work. He worked for Planet Rock, but when he left, he took off with what do you call it? I should have answered it. Damn it. Just to see what it would do. Damn scam likely. But he worked for Planet Rock, and so he had the 10 printer because they used to do it. You would go to Planet Rock as a freestyle DJ. Yeah. Now I don't even know how people recorded. Then that's a whole other conversation. But anyway, so he ended up with it. He left with some his what's it called?
Take me back to those days though, like when people try to hustle, like, hey, I got Black Panther on DVD, man. I got
Oh man, El George's, El George's. Well, that's gone now. But it used to be the Senate Coney Island. Senate Coney. Yeah. So when you would go in there were always. It was a different one. This was Senate on Michigan in Livernois.
Yeah, in the gas station?
Yep. So when you would go in there at night, you could go in there and dude would be sitting there the whole night. And you would just be selling DVDs, which was cool because this was pre-Netflix. This was streaming
HBO Max
and everything, right? So me and, Nano's mom would be like Friday night and be like, all right, we're just chilling. Let's go get some movies. Instead of going to Blockbuster or anything else, we would go to El George's and go buy some bootleg DVDs and then be like, okay, cool. And then it was cool because then we would just throw them to the next person and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let me see what Marty talking about.
Then everything changed when fucking
this
the
Marty.
Fire Nation attacked. No, it's
Yeah.
actually. But honestly, I think because I remember I was talking to you guys about this morning. I don't know what started it. I want to say when Comcast had that on-demand feature, and you can just like rent and buy movies for like the low.
I think that might have helped. Some of them are free, so I think that might have helped keep some songs relevant. To be honest.
Because then like I remember they had like not the Vivo, but
something like Vivo to where
it was like a Vivo. It was like
I totally forgot about that.
Music Choice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
How much trouble did you get in?
For Music Choice?
No, for music choice and on-demand
Absolutely
movies.
none, bro. I'm a badass kid. You know this.
I was smart enough to
make
get the
sure
free
my
one.
mom and dad was not around.
No. I'm saying for like when they got the bill.
If you actually bought it.
Again, I was not around when they got that bill. What are you talking about?
I had a grown-ass man getting in trouble by the woman I was with.
I came back home went to sleep. I had this thing where it was like if I went to sleep, they wouldn't whoop me. I had this thing. I was like, if I came home, I knew I was in trouble. I would just go straight to bed and just hope to God that I wouldn't get my ass
mess
beat.
with you.
And 9 times out of like sometimes they would just wake me up and like, nah, you're getting this ass beat. Most of the time,
Came into the back door, snuck his ass downstairs.
in the room.
So that's a whole other thing. That didn't last
Not
because it
even
was
be sleep.
expensive too.
Not even
And
sleep when
then-
they pull up in the room, just having the eyes open on the other side of the bed, like
Breathing
walk out the
heavy.
room already, get out.
But so like if like what do you call it cost $25, $24. By the time you walked out of a Harmony House, this is where I would get my music. Or Planet Rock was like would tax the hell out of you, bro.
Yeah, no.
Them dudes.
Skrillex was my first and last
$18, $19
album.
albums.
Straight.
Like anytime you bought a CD, it was like close to $20. It was like
Jeez.
$17. Same thing was at like Best Buy for like $12.
Yeah.
You know, that was another spot we used to get our CDs. So anyway, so you would get. Speaking of Best Buy, so when I would get the CDs from Best, and you can see them at the crib.
Yeah.
I'll show you later. But I used to, because at the top of the CD was this clear like sticker that held the CD, and it was like another method of like security, and it had like the name of the
little tape?
album. Yeah, it was like a little tape. What I used to do was
yeah.
peel all those off, and then I would stick it to the back of the CD. So like,
Uh,
I'll show you at the crib
All right.
and everything,
What the
and
hell?
yeah, I used to stick them there and stuff like that. But
I remember those. That's like like Planet, like you were saying, Planet Rock was like
yeah,
The
Planet
fucking-
Rock used to fool.
that was like the dispo for music, bro.
Yeah,
like,
so it
you
was-
didn't have to pay
yeah.
all that money for
Yeah.
the CD, but
Yep.
you would because you wanted it.
bro.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was expensive. So transportation, that was the only spot in the hood to buy music, right?
Yeah.
So the only way you could get that music was by spending that money and everything. So you had to be more selective. This gets into the point of accessibility,
Yeah,
transportation, awareness, people putting you up on music and everything.
Yeah.
I was lucky because I had my cousin Danny, my brother Danny, did like give me new music. He told me everything I needed to buy.
Yeah.
Anytime I knew hip hop, he was like, "Go buy Goody Mob." I didn't know who the hell was buying, but I would come
Yeah.
home like, "Okay, cool." Dungeon Family, bet he loves Southern hip hop.
Yeah.
Scarface, stuff like that. I was getting all that music he was putting me up on.
Yeah.
And then alone from like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna pick this up. I want to see if this works. You can
It's
hear
in my left
ringtone?
ear.
Can you hear my ringtone? Yeah, let's,
That's
see,
right.
let's see what happens.
Hello.
I ain't paying that shit.
Oh, you're trying to.
They're trying to. Hello.
Give me $1,000. I'm licking your nudes.
Hey.
Hey, you're on live, bro.
Say what's up.
It's like shit. You're on the stream, bro. Say what's up.
They didn't want it.
What's
Whatever.
up?
So I think Leroy just walked in. No, that's Edwin. I want to play Stay Coney. Gasoline Dream. So yeah, so like Outkast like told me to buy those albums. Like
Yeah.
I had Temple of Boom that came out in 95 or 96 from Cypress Hill. So like somebody told me I had access to somebody to tell me what good music to go listen to on the hip hop side of shit. And then I had my brother passing me stuff. I'll go listen to Anthrax, go listen to this band, that band.
Yeah.
You know, like beyond just like Metallica and stuff. Like go look for these people and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I got older, and then I started exploring music and stuff because like I came out like new metal would have been like the big thing, like Limp Bizkit, Korn, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would have been so the accessibility was there, but I had to be selective about what I bought because at the end of the day, I not only like when I bought it, I was stuck with it.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
That was the hard part. Like if I bought that album, I'm stuck with it.
Yeah,
Like I'm gonna listen to it, even if I'm not like a big fan of it. I'm gonna listen to it. Why?
Yeah,
Because I'm stuck with
there.
that fucking $15.
And it's like looking at hard copy movies. Like, what do I listen to today?
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was
Type
now I
shit.
can just look up wherever I want.
Like, yeah, like
Kendrick Lamar.
that works with Netflix and Blockbuster. You had to really make a split decision what to rent, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
for video
Yeah.
games and stuff.
Yup.
You know, now you get like demo versions. Gamefly, I don't know if that's still around.
Gamefly is definitely around. But
But
even,
that was cool for a little bit.
even
Gamefly
Gamefly
was
is
like
another thing.
Netflix.
too, even
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
music
I think it's
too,
just the app
because,
on
like,
the PlayStation
Yeah.
now or something like that.
Yeah, so you get to
Gamefly was
download
cool,
stuff.
but
But then
it's like now it's not even used because like everybody's using PCs. Like we're constantly shifting our
Yeah.
attention to like. I guess
That was like a
whatever
subscription
makes
you
it,
could play
whatever
unlimited
makes
games.
things more convenient.
Yeah,
for
like
most
ne-
people
like
are gonna
just
start
like
focusing
Netflix.
on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just like
It probably, I think it was ahead of its time because
What Gamefly?
yeah, the reason why I think it was ahead of its time is because if you downloaded it, it took up storage on your game.
Yeah.
So like now, you know, if you got it, so now
You
we're
come
just
in.
now finally getting to
You
a
come
position
in.
to where, you know.
Push it.
no, open it.
Push
Just
it.
Push the handle.
Use your
There you go.
arms.
Good job, mamas.
What's up, Anita?
Oh, did you draw something?
What did you make?
Let me see. Bring it here.
What
Show
is
the
that?
world.
But we're going on 40 minutes
Yeah, let me
anyways.
see
Oh,
it.
let's Helmet. Put him on the podcast.
Oh yeah, put him on the fucking
Okay,
podcast.
hold on. Stop swearing. Hold on. Hold on, Helmet. Hold on. Yeah.
She made this.
Damn it.
Hey, we selling this for $50 right now if y'all want.
Y'all can bid on it.
All
y'all can
proceeds
bid on it. We're gonna
go
start
to
it off-
Maps Coney Island
We're
startup.
starting off at $49.99, but for you, my friend, $48.
Talk, Helmet.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I hear him in my left ear.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep him going. What are you doing, Helmet? Stay on the phone for a minute. Where's my bag?
We're not bidding it anymore. It's mine now.
Helmet,
Helmet.
what's up?
Oh, I was gonna say if I could stop by.
Why would you ask, bro? Pull
Can you
up.
hear me?
Hey, you know you're on the podcast? Wait, let
Hold
me
on.
see.
Helmet, keep talking for a little bit
Look.
though. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, you're on the
Helmet, you're on the
podcast.
podcast. Say what's up.
We got you connected to the Procaster.
I can hear you in my
Look,
ear.
we got you connected on the phone. Oh, there is a
wow,
phone
that's like
thing.
some radio shit.
Yeah,
It
this
is,
shit's
it's
high tech.
nice.
We got you live right there. You
Hold on,
feel
I'm
me? Live.
Everybody say hi to Helmet.
You know.
Yo, shout out Big Flacco.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Why'd you
Hey,
do that?
drop-
Why'd
I
you do
drop-
that? You should've
drop
done
all
that.
Helmet emojis in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
See, look,
all Helmet emojis.
we need to cut this off
Love
before
that.
both of them go
Yeah.
crazy.
Big
Yeah,
Flacco.
we really wonder what it sounds like from this because we haven't used that part yet. So now you're literally live. Like they can hear you on the computer
Yeah.
because of this thing.
So
Shit.
it's like that radio prank caller thing.
Yeah, this thing's literally made for like radios and podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep staying on this Helmet just for a minute.
He wants you to keep talking
Yeah. Ooh.
for research sakes.
We got a bid for
There you go.
Keep going. I want to see this.
Keep going. We were listening to music. This shit was tight.
Tyler is
Adopted.
cool and
Oh.
wow, that too.
You coming through to start session or what? You coming through for the breaking class?
Huh?
Coming
No,
through.
Come through to film.
Well, it's the what's today's experience B-boy, right?
Turn Helmet up. Turn the Bluetooth up a little bit. There you go.
All right. Now say something. Oh, he's trying to watch you.
ASMR.
Yeah, there you go. Way louder now.
Today we're gonna be
It's weird that it only comes in on my left ear.
Darth Vader.
It's so stupid.
Bro, that's so crazy that we can hear him in my ear, dog.
Yeah, that's
Like,
too crazy.
that's different.
You didn't hear him? That's sick.
Yeah,
Well, we should get ready to
bro,
shut this
what
down.
are
We're
you
going on
doing,
40
bro?
minutes.
Stop.
We're going to try to limit ourselves to 45-minute live streams at the most. But thank you. Come through, Helmet. We'll see you soon.
Okay, I see ya.
All right, later, man. So, fucking...
Range, bro.
oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey.
Yeah. And I'm not talking content either, like because I'm not about to get on and be all like some like old guy, like, nah, bro, music nowadays the way it is it's not. Nah, man, this shit hype. I love new stuff. It's like it's the way that it's been broken down and the way I've been breaking it down, man, is hip hop, right?
It's literally.
But like, what is hip?
Whatever we say is whatever is trending.
Whatever's trending.
Whatever young black culture decides is dope.
Yeah.
is what's
I'm only
put
14,
up
but I'm gonna blow up, and
except
as
for
soon as I do, I'm gonna
Like,
give me a
literally,
Grammy.
Yeah, you literally the worst
everybody
taste in music.
but you.
Ever.
What, bitch?
Like,
I'm the hardest, bro.
Um,
Bro, if I was a DJ, I
oh
would
my
be
gosh.
winning
It would
BET
be like
awards.
Little Uzi and fucking...
I'm Lil Uzi. I'm Lil Uzi horizontal. What you talking about?
Horizontal.
Lil Uzi Vert.
I'm Lil AK.
Yeah, Lil Uzi,
AK
actually, not that, but that's
horizontal.
just the first
What
name
do
that comes to my head.
All right. Anyway, but so you had to sit there with an album longer. Now you have access to it, and you can jump from music to music. You can go from album to album.
Yeah.
you want?
Like, how long do you spend with a song before you find
Like
an
another
artist
song.
before you move on?
A minute. I used to like because I didn't really have a lot of
How long do you spend with a song?
oh that's
What's
bleeding.
overplaying?
What's playing?
Turn that down.
Where is that from?
That's the computer.
Oh, the computer. There we go. Okay.
I would say a minute though because like I don't know, like I used YouTube for like songs and stuff, but I didn't really know who to look at. Like I didn't really have like a cousin who was like, yo, drop this.
Yeah.
But I would always listen to music. You know?
Yeah.
So way before the dancing, way before like I would listen to a song and then I would try to find songs so similar.
Yeah.
Also, I also had a fuck ass stepdad
That's my shit.
who
yeah.
liked to listen to music and he wasn't shit. So
Yeah.
instead of
Same,
breaking his,
actually.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He was
wasn't
great
shit.
with music and
Like,
getting burned and getting
he was
copies
great
of
with
movies and
music,
stuff.
but he was a fucking terrible individual. Like,
Yeah.
it was amazing. It's amazing. So
I
instead
get
of
it.
breaking his shit, I would just like
Toxic
steal his
masculinity.
like music all the time, and then
Yeah.
I would just like I had his like little radio or whatever. I would just steal his tracks and just like listen to music,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's how I got put on the Kanye,
Yeah.
Jesus Walks, freaking
Yeah.
Love Lockdown. Like I was like a kid, bro.
Yeah, that's all really good music.
I got put on the Evanescence, freaking like. A lot of like the older songs that you like when you play an old song and I know the lyrics too and you're like, bro, you're an old soul. Like, how do you know this? Like, bro, 9 out of 10, my fuck ass stepdad had that CD. So
That's funny.
I'm not gonna shout you out though, cause you
No, we're not doing no shout outs.
we ain't
Like,
gonna- you really is a good
we're
guy.
sick of the
But
Yeah.
shout out to this, shout out to that, shout out to this,
Yeah,
shout out to that.
stupid, I ain't gonna give you the chance.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna give you the chance.
I'm not. I didn't want to do that on my podcast.
Like,
I think I did it once. I shouted you out and I shouted the Squeeze Station only because we were in your studio and she was drinking Squeeze Station drink.
It's like, it's cool. It's just like every time you say something's name, yeah, shout out to such.
Yeah,
and
shout
such.
out,
Bro,
shout out helmet.
that's so-
Yeah, hey, go
I don't
shout
know.
out.
The
Shout out,
vernacular is so played out of like
Yeah.
every time. Oh yeah, shout out to. It's
Hey,
just
yo,
like
it's
yo,
your
they
boy.
exist. I said
That
their
one
name.
too. Don't do that.
It's
Yeah,
your
it's
boy.
your
You were
boy.
just about to do the beginning
Yeah.
of live.
I
Like,
would.
no,
I definitely would. I
This was
I
Tyler's
started
seed.
that.
Like you started it, and no, I mean like you're about to start that, and I threw you up.
I did started that though. Like I
Seriously,
was, bro.
it's
Like
cool.
it's so much lingo that people use now. Whereas like I was using that when I was like 7. I want my fucking credits. That's all it is. Like, you don't gotta pay me.
Say LeBron
It's just
James.
like,
I want my damn respect
if you
too.
know you got that shit
I
for
want
me,
my damn
like,
respect
just
too.
show me love, bro. Like my videos. You ain't even gotta pay me. Just like my fucking video. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, well,
Share
like
my
honestly,
shit.
that's like that. Like that. Why ain't I popped yet? You know, share my
like,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
share
why-
my
Literally,
shit.
like,
Bro,
Tyler
why they
said.
sleeping on you, Ty? Cause you
This shit.
Last
You
time
ain't
we
sharing
shared,
shit.
You know, so
you come in fire emojis and shit, but
Yeah.
I ain't got my analytics is not there. Like
at all.
the fuck.
So yeah, so accessibility,
Yeah.
like makes you burn through music quicker.
Also just like situationalism, like you said earlier too. Like if you just only had enough money for like album,
Uh-huh.
niggas was not about to catch no burner bus, no Michigan bus to no like Best Buy.
Yeah,
Unless you
'cause
really
it-
had a plug.
like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had to get in order to get from the hood to Best Buy. There's no Ford Road bus.
Nope.
Ford, the closest you could get on Ford Road are McGraw, because McGraw didn't even run then, so there was no line on Ford Road.
No.
So you had to catch Michigan down, or go to the mall to Fairlane, which was a pain in the ass and
Or
everything.
go to the Road
Seems
Park
pretty-
Transit Center.
yeah.
You said there's
Honestly,
still
go
no
straight to
4th
the
Street
transit-
bus?
No,
No, there's a
Ford Road.
A Ford
Oh.
Road bus. That goes
Yeah,
to like
that like falls down Ford.
That was
Come
about,
in.
that was about to trigger me with. I was like, that sounds racist. Like, why
Yeah.
would they not? So the people don't want to go there.
And
What's up?
then
Hey, mamas.
we had but yeah, so it was hard to get to like places and stuff like that,
Yeah.
unless you had an
Yeah.
older homie to get you. But like, you know, my brother, he gave me up like music and stuff like that. Like when I heard ooh, look, hey, James is calling. Hold on, let's see if I can do this. Hold on, James. Hold on. There we go.
You had to connect him to something for
I
me?
think he's connected. James, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
yeah.
I hear you now.
Crazy.
Yeah, we
But
got
you
you on
gotta
the
do
live stream.
Yeah. hey,
DJ RX78, y'all.
Yeah. What up, James?
Yeah, so I need to drop this in for you guys to put up if you haven't already, because I know there's a little bit of a lapse in time, but
Uh-huh.
think about being in the car for long road trips before you could stream stuff, and you had to pick what CDs you brought in the car with you, or pick the CD mix that you were going to make,
Yep.
or tape, and figure out what's going to go on there.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
So
I had the big
what-
black
what-
book.
Yeah, what was that called?
The big black book?
What was the book of CDs called?
Shit, I don't know. I just know my dad always had like 5 of them in the car.
Right? So not only, and then
I just
this,
called
if
it the book,
you had to have
Yeah.
like all of it.
The
It's up there,
music.
Anita. The camera's up
Look
there.
up, look up,
there,
Anita.
right?
Look up.
See where it's at, Anita? You see us pointing?
Look.
There
Look,
you go.
everybody sees it.
Yeah.
It's all over
Sorry,
YouTube.
James, we're getting live art brought to us too.
Yeah, bro.
Music,
but this one,
people
guys,
calling
we're
in.
bidding
We
for
getting
sure
live
for
art.
$50.
Yo, this is live.
This is for
Yeah.
$50 for sure.
That's so dope. How are you already listening, James? Are you listening to our live stream?
He was watching.
Yeah, I actually had to
Oh.
walk in the other room, so
good
I
feedback
wouldn't
loop.
hear the echo.
What?
That's so bad. That's
hard.
actually like
Like-
he's literally part of it. Like you should join.
Yeah.
That's so
But
sick.
so James is saying on long road trips you had to make sure you had CDs, which
Yeah.
meant you had to sit there and sit. Like if you didn't bring enough CDs, you didn't bring enough stuff. What ended up happening is then you end up stuck
Replaying them.
here replaying them.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's why, like, okay, the in between songs, Tyler,
Mm.
like the stuff that isn't like the album fillers, James, right? Album fillers are a lot more common compared to back in the like the music before it was streaming.
Yeah.
Again, the way streaming music gets put out, like there's just a lot of stuff that just gets put like just thrown out there, as
Yeah.
opposed to like a lot of the albums that are there that you get with the Game Boy or
Step
the Switch.
over that. Yeah, it's in the backpack.
There
Look
you
at
go.
my backpack. It's a pink one in there. Go outside.
And then yeah, so like you had to like stay with, again, that's a
Yeah.
whole other thing, like road trips. Like
Damn. So you had to be stacked with
you
music.
would get put on from it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you would get put on, like if you went on a road trip with somebody you heard, you still hear new, you know, the aux cord gets passed around, connected to the Bluetooth, whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody starts laughing about it. Go ahead, Tyler, help her out. But I
You got
think
it, Nina?
having the CDs, or Matt, help her out. Hold on, James. I'm trying to find a Nintendo Switch.
But this is so sweet how someone could call it like that. It feels like a real radio show. Like that's so
there you
badass.
go. Well done. And yeah, so the CDs, you would end up like on the road trip, like you
Yeah.
really had to like there was a whole other point like where you were like getting music and stuff, like, and especially getting music to you, like the amount of music you had.
I don't even have kids.
Yeah.
I don't even have kids.
You're here at the studio working all the time. You don't be around kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, James, that's a good point, man. I like that. Like having access to those. I mean, but that does bring up like the I'll save that one. I won't talk about CDs being made.
Yeah.
Anything like that. I do
That'd
want
be
to get
another
into like
podcast.
that's a whole other like culture in its own of making CDs and making playlists and stuff like that.
Hey James, what is it? Can you hear me crystal clear? Like, is it coming from my mic?
Yeah, like how do I sound?
Yeah, no, it's coming through the mic.
Damn, that's
Oh.
dope.
That's crazy.
That's so
yo.
dope.
We sound
You know what?
so
I appreciate you calling. Like, I'm so
Yeah.
excited about this. I'm like,
God.
wow, I just learned a lot.
You know what, James? If you called me on Facebook audio, it would come in that clear too.
What?
Really?
So, like, yeah, like
It would
if
go
like,
through here.
Yeah, if I go through here, like if we were to go through this too, like James, you're calling me from like your phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
That's
why
crazy.
he's like
This
on a
is so
phone.
dope.
I know
Such
we
a
don't
learning
do. I know we
process.
don't do shout outs, but shout out to Rogue though.
Yeah.
Honestly, you guys make really good stuff.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm the one who afforded this. Shout out me. Oh,
Mad One MCSDA.
Shout out Rogue. Shout out to Rogue. You guys are amazing. Yeah.
But no, you know what, James? Next time you're around, bro, I gotta show you this and stuff like that because like you can I want to make some what is it sound bites,
Over those.
right? And it's got like if you look like I don't know if you're watching the video or if you can, but check it out. But like you'll see the things and stuff.
We
I
can
don't know,
hit
don't
things. Oh.
I don't know what they are, but
I knew that one was
like,
that one.
right. So like, well, you can play with all these and then like drop sound bites and stuff like that, which is cool. It kind of like makes it like a lot more feel like as far as like engineering a podcast, like DJing, honestly, because like you're bringing in stuff live as
Yeah.
opposed to that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I want to get on that with you, James. But yeah, if he called like from like Zoom, even like if I did a Zoom and he has his mic set up,
Yeah.
then we would
Damn.
hear it that way.
Yeah. I just want to make sure he
Bluetooth.
heard all of this because
Yeah.
instead of like transferring my voice all the way to your phone,
Yeah.
like, that's sweet that he's picking it up from
Yep.
the mic itself.
Yep.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, because this is picking
I
because
ain't
the
never sounded
Bluetooth
so
audio,
clear
so this
before.
is doing that way.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Science.
So crazy.
So what else you got, James? We got you here.
Well, I'm gonna get going here because
Okay.
I need to cook myself up something good. But I at least wanted to end on the note on that CD tip that recently I made myself a CD of my. It's not the quintessential, but for me, it's sort of the bare essentials of doom music. So I want to say it was about 40 to 50 minutes or so of my all-time favorite or what fit with telling sort of the narrative of the discography of Doom. And that allows me to sort of sit in my car when I don't want to have to listen to whatever's on my phone, just plop in that CD and just go through that. And I think this really speaks to the element of people who knew how to make a good album. Is the idea of you can go from start to finish and you can just let that go over and over again and you're not even realizing it.
Like the blueprint.
So, you know,
Like the blueprint. Yup.
Cool. I seen your comments on the YouTube thing too. It's dope, James. But yeah, man, that's again. I'm going when we do talk about that. We'll set this up, James, or we can jump in with you too, because I think it'll be dope to talk about the CD cult, the Blink CD culture.
Yeah.
You know, and like that whole thing because there was album art from homies, like you know, and it sucks that those didn't last. Like
appreciate you calling though if you have to go.
But,
you know.
Yeah, okay.
Appreciate
James. All right, James. I'll holler at you, brother.
all good. I'll catch you guys around. Glad to be on the inaugural MCSDA.
The very first one. Yeah, the very first one.
There you go.
Virtually.
Bro, we literally did this so wrong. We didn't even introduce ourselves. We didn't even introduce ourselves.
It's on there. The
Yeah,
CNA.
What did they came from?
Shout out to MCSDA.
Boo.
Yeah, he did a shout out.
You see what happens? We shout out. We gotta reconnect, bro.
All right,
Look
brother.
at you.
Peace,
All
man.
right. Peace.
Later.
That's so fucking.
That was
Said, I'm
so
gonna try to
sick.
shout out. Like,
All right.
That's it.
We'll leave it
Well,
there.
we're going
It's
on an
still
hour
going.
now.
All right,
so.
now we're there. Okay, so we took some calls. We did some stuff. We barely talked about it like that.
Yeah, we started out
All right.
slow anyways. We were shit talking.
Closing remarks on accessibility with music and why it doesn't last as long.
Mine is that there's a ton of content that's being put out on these free sites like TikTok and stuff like that and social media. So nobody can go viral in one day and then disappear the next day. And then also there's no gatekeepers in and out.
I feel like
Less gatekeepers. There's still some.
I feel like what James said. Honestly, I feel like he hit it on the head. Like, it really. I think it just depends on what kind of individual you are. For real. Like, if you, the way I see it, success can happen overnight. I don't care who you are. People say that all the time. Success can happen overnight, and yeah, that's kind of true. Depending on what you're doing, it's yeah. It can definitely, if it can disappear overnight, it can definitely be made overnight for sure. Yeah. I feel like success can definitely be made overnight. But after you do that, what happens next? You know what I'm saying? What do you do after that? Like, you just blew up on TikTok. You dropped a freestyle song. You didn't think it was going to do anything.
That's a good
and
point.
TikTok just blew it the fuck up. Now you got over 1 million, 3 million
Now
views over
I
your
have
shit.
to learn how to be a businessman.
Now you got to
Overnight.
learn overnight. Your radio station wants to play your shit to get plays and everything. Because
People
it blew up on
calling you, they wanna
TikTok, now
sign
it's
you.
on an actual list and shit.
Yeah,
That should
be another conversation for another day.
I think
How do you stay there?
artists, because it happens like that, artists aren't ready for that, and so they can't follow up, and so they only last a little bit because they're not able to have a product ready, like a whole album, a tour, all this stuff, everything. It just happens. It happens, and then they blow up and stuff. And
unless you're Curtis Roach,
and you're not able. That's what I was gonna say. Is you're not able to stay in that.
Yeah.
But
he's a
if
good
you're somebody
mellow-headed
like,
kid.
if you're somebody that had all their shit in the row, had more content already built, videos, photos, he had all his everything together.
That's
so
really all you need
when
is
it
that
popped,
one pop. Yeah.
he was ready, and people were able to take in more of it
Good people around him.
and stuff like that. So
That's all you need.
And then, so I like that idea. I think mine is it just comes down to, and then
Hopefully he's not watching.
I'm never watching this shit again. Fuck these
We're
guys.
closing this out. So
I'll call him back. I know what it is. Anyway, work.
Tight.
I'll say people is just everybody's programmed on social media mode, so it's nobody's appetite is sustained or is filled. So everybody is just like scroll.
And it's honestly, like you said earlier today too, it's really just like the consumption of music. Like it's easily digestible because people's attention span are that of a goldfish. Coming from somebody with an attention span of that of a goldfish. Like if the song is catchy enough to where like it's not 15 seconds worth or not even or less. Like not even like look at X. He blew up on some crazy shit, right? And then he dropped some albums, he dropped some projects, and then over time, as he's gradually like, understanding what his sound is, he starts dropping more music, but the time differences is less. he goes from dropping like 2, 3, 4 minute songs to like 45, a minute, and 20-second songs.
Yeah,
And
because he
those
knew
are
they were he was
bangers.
creating it for social media.
And he knew that, because he knew that.
Yeah.
And that brings up like even like when the song, that's something to talk about, is like if you listen to like doo-wop and early singles like James Brown, those things were only 2 minutes. There was an album version that was for 6 minutes, but there's like a 2 minute version that got played. Like I don't even know what considered, like for me, oldies were like the 50s and 60s music. Like that was oldies. Now it might be like 70s,
vintage.
That's what we would that's like some of the stuff we would dance to. And when you get those tracks and you hear that and everything, they only built songs with 2 choruses, an intro, chorus, verse, chorus, and exit. That's it. That was that formula for that time. Fast forward,
You got
then
verse, you got bridge,
then it's
you got
intro,
hook.
verse, and then disco made things 7-8 minutes long.
Yeah.
Rock, when it got into like Zeppelin and Queen, got really long. Like songs were 7-8 minutes long. When it got into
Michael Jackson was making like all of his songs damn near movies at this point and shit.
and then he had it, but
then
that's
music
another
videos
person
got
that had
involved.
like Blueprint. Like again, I didn't get to talk about that, but that was that Blueprint.
Yeah.
So there was these spots like where you got to like talk about like, or where they got like, I don't want to say knit, but like songs lasted because of that time, the way they were marketed. In the 80s, it was very 3-4 minutes. Somewhere in the, I want to look that up. Somewhere in between, the 4-minute formula got introduced, and that's what stayed. Songs are 4 minutes, 5 minutes long. A long song is 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Early Guns N' Roses was 4-minute songs.
Yeah.
Use Your Illusions.
And they were all complete songs,
songs
though,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
They were all complete songs. Like,
But those were 12 minute. But those were 12 minute off of Use Your Illusion, November Rain, Estranged. Those songs are like 10 minutes, and they played on MTV at the time. They played those videos that long, which is crazy, And then you got into like
who still does that now?
later stuff.
YouTube.
So that's what I'm saying. Is then X comes out and he's dropping 2-minute songs because it's broadcasted this way. So all of these songs start getting broadcasted and created with the specific intention of we want to TJ.
I guess it's more like,
who's TJ? All right, what up, TJ? Whoever that is.
What's up, TJ?
I'm looking at that. This is why one of us got to be in charge of different things. So like on these different waves and stuff like that.
Maybe I did post this on Instagram or something.
It's supposed to be a whole.
No. But like I'm talking about like the Twitch. Well, we don't have any Twitch followers yet, but like YouTube and Facebook. Anyway, so the doo-wop songs were 2 minutes long. 2 minutes 12 songs, right? 2 minutes 12. Early Marvin Gaye stuff and everything when he was like when he first came out, that was like I think Ain't No Mountain High Enough is only like 2 minutes 30 seconds or 2 minutes 40 seconds. It's a short song.
I did notice that. I did like James Brown.
A lot of Temptations, all that early stuff. It's all quick songs. Early Isley Brothers, because people forget like the Isley Brothers came out in like the early 60s, and they stayed relevant. But anyway, so they were putting out music that long, and so it's just a formula switch. So it's again, I just feel like back into it is accessibility because of everybody is on this social media culture. You're able to just move through even like content, like how much do you spend on a particular post appreciating it versus that's dope.
Facts.
Right? Even if it's something good, like I'm thinking about like Xavier's work. How many people have a formula to captions?
Yeah.
Even I use it. I make sure 2 lines because I know that's all going to show up on a preview, and that's what matters. The rest of it is just me talking more and just talk as I go through all of it, right?
Yeah.
So
That's facts.
these so it's just because of that, I feel like people are programmed on social media mode for swipe, tap, move on, and it doesn't end. They do that with music.
Yep.
Like so that kind of is like I could have like said that.
And of course,
Yeah,
I think
so-
that boils down to
so-
just attention. It just boils down to attention. Like you're going to work, you don't
I'll
want
never do an hour podcast. Blah blah. Got him.
But this is good shit
Got
right
him.
here. This is good shit.
It's so
You know, we ain't
natural and
talking
it's
about no
easy.
bullshit.
Doesn't it feel so
This is
natural and
some
easy
great
to do
stuff
this?
right now.
But I'm saying like it's not. Is because people are programmed to the way that like society is right now is with social media.
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point with fucking dating where you're just swiping through, right?
Bro,
Like,
why the
you don't
fuck
even-
does Facebook
you
have
don't
a
even-
dating option?
Oh yeah, that just
Yeah,
started.
right.
What is
but
that?
No, but look, it's how quick do you roll through?
Yeah.
How quick do you roll through that? How quick do you roll through your social media, through everything, through
Yeah.
your stories. Everything gets taken quick. You don't sit there with any of it. Because society is on this very much quick digest and pass through, nobody actually is able to sit and appreciate things that get created.
Yeah.
Because there's so like you it's infinite. Yeah. I'm
I
almost
agree with
positive
you,
you can't get to
especially
the
with the
bottom.
music culture. Especially because I was thinking I'm thinking about the dancing thing too, and like in terms of just putting stuff out there. Like even with that, like unless you know them, like say Self X just dropped something, right? That's your boy. You gonna sit down for it, whether it's whether they go crazy or not. You like, no, that's my dog. I'm gonna watch it.
But
My homies TFK, they dropped something. We gonna watch the shit.
Stance drops it. It just goes through. It's another thing.
Yep.
It's somebody else and
Yep.
stuff like that. It doesn't get appreciated for too long because there's so much content they got to push.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't sit there with it. You don't take it.
You don't really
So I
appreciate
feel
it.
like
You just kind of like watch it.
And then people aren't creating things that need to be taken in beyond that.
Yeah.
So everybody's just creating a very short form of this stuff because I know I'm not going to spend. It's why the videos. I'm not trying to. I know I'm not some videographer and photographer and know how to edit and all this. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I know no one's gonna. I've spent tons of money on Xavier doing stuff. I paid him $500, $800 for a project for video stuff.
Yeah.
With the amount of likes and appreciation that I got out of it. And then I started sharing shit that I made on a 2011 Mac from with iMovie, and I got even more.
Yeah.
Like, or I got the same amount. I was like, so
it really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
It's the way that everybody's conditioned to digest that. So it's like, why? So I am doing it.
Yeah.
Right. So, because I'm like, I'm not investing in this much for it to not get appreciated because it doesn't matter. I do have my ones that go to like grant stuff that I definitely want to convey and capture a deeper message and stuff that I know is going to go somewhere where they're going to sit it like in a grant committee where they're going to
people are going to pay
they have
to
to watch it for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what's the end product of a grant committee watching this thing that I spent
Oh, what's
50 grand.
This is great. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's gonna hit. That grant money's gonna hit 10 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, something like that, right? So I'm gonna be able to make money off of that at that point, right? For the programming. But beyond that, like what goes on social media, I'm not trying to like have it go that route, man. It's just so at the end, like the end point is just like culminate like between your guys' points is the gatekeepers, the amount, the way that social media works, and how this is all like it's just so quick to swipe through. So I think.
Well, big thank you to Gary V for explaining us what pillar content was because now you just gave us a whole other, you know what I'm saying, part of the formula for real. Like, now
so like look at that, like look at how we're gonna like how many people are gonna listen to this whole thing versus, all right. So let's say if we put this out as a whole thing, there's gonna be 10 people who listen to it. If we cut up these little sound bites of Tyler,
put them on TikTok and stuff like that. That's how you do it.
Gonna go so much further, because
and that's how you bring more people.
And I blame Vine.
Don't blame Vine.
Yeah, Vine is the culture.
Vine is the shit.
Vine put people on.
Vine is what programmed people to let them know that they don't need 2-minute videos. They don't need 4 minutes.
That is
they
true.
just need 7 seconds.
TikTok didn't realize that it wasn't enough. If you want to be on your phone scrolling on this app for an hour,
Instagram
you're gonna
is
have
the first
to
one
be.
that did it.
Yeah.
Did it with the 15-second videos.
Yeah.
Because at a time you could only upload 15 seconds. Was like, damn, you had to.
Twitter, I think it was like 12.
Yeah.
So
it
was like
stuff
something like that.
So like those, it's fine. It does it every once in a while. But so you have 7-second videos that get introduced and stuff like that, right? So what ends up happening? Now everybody's like, well, shit, this is all we got to do. 7 seconds ain't enough to really deliver.
Yeah,
but 15,
and to do funnier
a minute,
skits and
16. Like, what's the average TikTok video?
Now it's like it's still 15. It's still
15 to 20 seconds.
But TikTok, they updated it where it's like you can have up to like 3 minutes now. So, but people aren't really going to use that. It's like it's damn near YouTube.
But they want to. But they have it there. But they know that when it gets shared through a reel or whatever else, it's only going to be like 15 seconds.
It's
only going to be 15 seconds.
If I share it to my story, it's only going to be 15-second preview.
Right? Yeah, your story only gets 15-second preview. So it's just you like. So again, social media is what the parameters. Social media is the parameters in which these artists are creating, whether it's visuals, videos, music, art, drafts, stuff like that. That's why I'm just going to use this for I'm just going to use my social media, my Mac to make whatever I need, because I don't need to do anything else. There's no point to it.
Yeah, they're only going to consume it for a little bit.
That's why it's like, okay, cool. Like, we got it with the phone. We can do it from there.
It's so many ways to distribute stuff now, man. It's freaking amazing, bro. Like, you got like
Your face is amazing.
Thanks, man. Yours is too.
This podcast is amazing, and
This podcast is amazing.
Speaking of being amazing, you know what'd be great? If we ended it.
Yeah, that's I'm like I need these bathroom. I'm ready to move around, move my body.
So,
Turn us down. All right, yeah, Tyler, you get like 2 seconds. Hurry.
All right, y'all.
bye.
Look, all y'all look like kneecaps.
We'll play it out with peace.
Whistles out in the cut, going for attack. Lying on your dick, lying on your dick. Why you lying on your dick, lying on your dick? Why you lying on your dick, lying on your dick? He be talking shit cause he just wanna hit. Why you lying on your dick, lying on your dick? Why you lying on your dick, lying on your dick? Why you lying on your dick, lying on your dick? He be talking shit cause he just really wanna hit. I smell cat. He say he like cat, but that is not a fact. He keep it in the closet, he keep it under wraps. The only thing my closet got is straps. Fuck! You a pussy ass bitch! Fuck you, your mama and your kid! I hate a lying ass trick! Always lying on his dick, you pussy! Why you gotta lie? You know that you a lie.